Hello everyone, and thank you for coming on today's webinar where I titled it Leads, Leads, and More Leads. It's basically what every business wants and needs, no matter the industry. Doesn't matter if you're business to consumer, business to business, selling technology, or selling local services to a homeowner. That's the lifeblood of any business is leads. That's obviously where you're going to get your customers and clients. So what I want to talk about today is what I have found is what I call truly a one-of-a-kind, unique lead generation service. Before I go there, let me introduce myself. My name is Chris Bradley. That's a picture of me there. I always like to have a face behind the voice when I'm watching webinars myself, so I wanted to put my picture up there. And I've been doing the online marketing, mainly lead generation conversion, for 10 plus years. I've had my own sites. I've done the local SEO and consulting, a lot of AdWords. That's one of my specialties as well, and social media, Facebook marketing. And I've seen the ups and downs in the world. Local SEO a few years ago was dynamite. Boy, I mean, the ROI was huge. I mean, we were charging $1,000 a month, but our customers were bringing 40, 50, 60 leads a month. I mean, it was insane. And then all of a sudden, Google had a massive update, and then another update, then another update. It pretty much just destroyed it. SEO is still, people ask me, does SEO still work? It still works. It's just expensive to do right. So if someone's doing SEO on the cheap, make sure they're not using your website, because at some point that cheap SEO, even though it may work short term, is going to burn you. The tip of the day, if someone's coming to you to sell you SEO, tell them this. Go rank, if you're that good in SEO, go rank a website for me. I will buy the leads. 99 out of 100 will never come back to you. The good SEO guys, that's how they're doing it today. Anyway, I wanted to just to give you a little bit of background about myself. So let me ask you guys a question here. What is a good lead? Is it someone looking at pictures, filling in a box, or taking a survey on a website? They're just, casually going about and, looking around, and where the fine print at the bottom says, you now will be contacted by one of our website partners. No, I think we all know, without naming names, the lead generation services that do those types of things, because when you call them, I never filled out a form. I never requested to talk to anybody. That's not a good lead. To me, the best type of lead is someone that's typing in roofing, replace my roof, new roof, roofers, roofing contractor, something similar to roofing. They have already researched it. They're researching the websites. They go to the website, and then all of a sudden, on a website, they like what they see. Like, hey, this is a good company. I want to call them. That is the best lead you can get on the online world today. And that's what I'm going to talk to you guys about today with a company called Roofleadsbyfone. They get the leads, you get the business. They actually take all the risk in the lead generation here. And let's be honest here, not all phone calls are leads. Here's what separates these guys from every other lead generation service. You only pay for the good leads. Other lead gen services, they're charging you for, even though it's an exclusive phone call, they're charging you for all the leads. If it's a job seeker, if it's a guy trying to sell you SEO, or other businesses trying to sell you something, you still pay for those phone calls. Now granted, you're probably still having a good ROI and making money, but you're also thinking, hey, I'm wasting some money here on these bad leads. That's what these guys, Roofleadsbyfone, do not do. They actually pay to advertise for your business, and you're only paying for the actual good leads. It's true pay for performance lead generation. They're taking the risks. If they don't deliver any leads, you don't pay them a dime. It's as simple as that. No risk for you, no excuses from them. They take the risk to generate the leads. Now, what is a good lead? It's someone whose homeowner is decision makers on the phone. It's in your calling area, and they're interested in your service. Now, a little bit about what these Roofleadsbyfone does here. They're available in all 50 states. They're taking only 4 business partners per territory. Once the territory is sold out, then they put you on a waiting list. The good thing with the roofing contractors, they mainly been, and I'll touch their history here in a second, They mainly been on water restoration for 7 years. Over the last few years, they've expanding into roofing and a few other verticals. And so most states are open right now, or most territories are open. So that's a good thing for anyone on the phone call listening, because if you're on here, that means they want to hit your area. So they're going to limit to 4 partners. This allows them to generate more leads for you, and the quality of the leads is a lot better as well. Now, their history. They were founded in 2008 by Paul Robinson and a friend of his. They both had experience in a water restoration. That's where the majority of their business has been. They have over 500 companies using them. Over 100 million in revenue has been generated for their partners just in 2014 alone. It's 100% exclusive. The leads are yours, not shared with anybody else. It's true pay for performance. Actually, how I got in touch with these leads by phone was I was talking with a contractor about doing AdWords, and I was talking about lead generation. He's like, yeah, I use leads by phone. I was like, who are they? I've never heard of them. And I thought, I've heard of everybody. I've researched it. And so he told me, he's like, oh no, I love them. I just wish I could get more leads from them. I'm getting about 10 on roofing every month and about 5 to 6 on my water restoration. He goes, I'm closing 1 out of 2, and I love them. He said they're great. And so I tracked him down, got a hold of Paul Robinson, the owner, and we've had really good talks, and he shared how he's doing it. I'm like, wow. I go, I want to help your business grow. I know a lot of contractors that need your service. You guys need this. So that's how I kind of got involved with leads by phone. And once again, Paul said, please, Chris, when you're doing a webinar, stress, we do not sell any leads to another contractor. It's 100% exclusive. They're generating the leads through search engine marketing. Over 90% are live phone calls. They do roof repair or installation, but if you don't want to do roof repair leads, you don't have to take it. If you only want new roofs, that's all you're going to take, and that's all you would have to pay for. They have this down to a science. Like I said, guys, I am very experienced in AdWords. I like to consider I'm very good at it, and I know what they're doing is phenomenal. I mean, they are the top of the echelon of AdWords experts. They're constantly split testing, because guess what? They're not making any money unless they're producing a good lead for you. So they're constantly trying to up their conversion on the websites, rewriting ads, targeting new keywords, getting more clicks, getting more visits, and obviously producing more leads. So that's what I liked about that, because it is true performance. Now, you don't want to, this is just a complement or a supplement to your other lead generation. If you're doing referrals and canvassing, telemarketing, other media, continue doing that, because this is just a small piece of the pie. This is just going to be a complement of what you're doing in terms of your overall lead generation, marketing, and advertising. Now the question is, where 93% of customers are going to find you today? And I think we all know the answer to that. That's online. Kelsey Group study said 93, and this was done 2 years ago, 93% of consumers use the internet as their main information source when they're trying to find a local service or product. And I think you guys probably have known that too, is the consumer today compared to 5 years ago is a lot more educated as well. So to be able to capture that consumer, you would have to either hire an SEO company and spend a lot of money, learn to do it yourself, which I don't really recommend, since that was my expertise and I got out of it. That kind of tells you something. You can do AdWords. AdWords can be tough. It's especially in the roofing, $15 to $25 per click. You need a very high converting website to make this work, or you're going to lose some money. So there's a lot of skill and knowledge that it takes to be able to do this right, which is why you want a company like Leads by Phone, because number one, you're only paying for real leads. If they deliver nothing, you pay nothing. You get complete exclusivity, control, and flexibility. The leads are your leads. They're not shared. You choose the areas you want to target. So if all you want to do is target a 10-mile radius of your office, and a lead comes in 20 miles outside of that radius, you don't have to pay for it. That's what's nice. You also get a professionally designed website, where I know you probably already have a website, but this is just going to give you more of an online presence, more branding. They're branding your business, not theirs. So you don't have to build a website, you don't have to run ad campaigns, monitor search engine rankings. They do all that for you. All you got to do is answer the phone. You're going to get recordings of each customer call. That's how they actually track what is a good lead, but you now can be able to listen in and see how the person is that's taking the calls or handling those calls. Performance based, if they deliver nothing, you pay nothing. No risk, everything's on them. So no more phone tag, you don't have to chase customers down, calls are transferred directly to you, no more tire kickers. Your job, answer the phone and set the appointment and go sell them a new roof. The added benefit on the recordings I want to touch on real quick here. They have an online portal, it's username, password protected. You can they have apps for iPhone and Androids. What this is going to be able to do is, say you get 10 appointments, but you only set 5. That's a problem. So now you can go in and listen and say, okay, what's happening to the person answering my calls? Why aren't they setting more appointments? So that allows you to track and become more efficient at setting appointments. You should be doing at least 7 to 8 out of every good calls in setting appointments. If you're really good and you got this down and had training, if you have training in this area, you can do 9 out of 10 and set the appointments. And as I said, it's professionally designed, customized website. They got your logo, your business name, and your services, not theirs. Now let's move on to the website. The websites are designed to convert. Paul and I both are on that same field. We don't want flashy, pretty websites. When I do websites, if someone tells me it's pretty, I go back into the drawing board. That means I've done something wrong, because I want my websites to convert. Pretty websites, it's been proven over and over again, aren't always the best converting websites. A converting website needs to do 5 to 6 things. 6 things, actually. Answers these questions. Who are you? What do you provide? Do you cover my territory? Where are you? Why? Why should I choose you? Obviously, that's the big one. They got to feel comfortable to pick up the phone and call. When and how. So that's the bottom line of any high converting website. This is very similar to sites I have produced in the past that also convert. So once again, these guys are taking the risk to be able to pay for the advertising, which is very expensive in the roofing vertical, $15 to $25 a click on average in most major cities. So they obviously have to get these guys to convert, and they have this down to a science. Now, quick, this is the online portal. This is just a screenshot of where you log in. This is where you can listen to your calls, track your leads. You find out what's been verified, not billable. If you think there's a discrepancy, you can actually listen to the call and go, hey guys, this was actually someone trying to sell it. You missed it. They'll go back, listen to it, and give you the credit for that. That's what's great. Real simple to use. Also, it's great if you can track your revenue. Put that in there. That actually helps them to track which keywords are converting, so they can become more aggressive. Also, now you can track your ROI. So if you're spending, hey, I've just spent $1,000, but I just drew in $30,000. Hey, I'm doing pretty doggone good here. So this is a really cool back-end system. Not very many lead gen services offer. So you can actually show that, hey, this is actually working. I'm making good money here. So now let's set some expectations before we go any further. Paul says, Chris, please let them know we try to under promise, over deliver. I'd like to get them more than 10 leads per month, but that's the average. Sometimes we can do better. Sometimes it's a little less, depending on the area. If they're a smaller town, yeah, you may only get 5 leads a month. A bigger town, you might get 10, 15, sometimes 20. Obviously, the time of the year that we're coming up, March, April, May, June, is going to be a lot more leads than you're going to get in October, November. The average job is about $3,000. I personally think that's little low I think that's because a lot of his contractors are doing roof replacements, so roof repair, so I think that kind of lowers the job down. It just, you guys know what the new roofing costs, so I think that if you're just going to focus on new roofs, your average job value obviously is going to be a lot higher. Partners are closing 1 out of 3, he told me, and the water restoration and plumbing HVAC that they work in as well, it's 1 out of 2. I asked him, why is roofing 1 out of 3? He flat out told me, Chris, it's one reason. Some of these guys are not answering all the phone calls live, and they're not as efficient as setting the appointments. He said my partners in the roofing side that are doing 9 out of 10, they are setting 9 or 10 out of 10. They are efficient at what they do. So basically, but even a 1 out of 3, you're going to be making a lot of money because the average revenue per month on this is $9,000 per month, over $100,000 per year. So let's ask the question, would you like an extra $100K per year? I think the answer is yes. So you might be asking, what's the catch? This all sounds too good to be true. We've gone down this road. Everybody's been down this road. It sounds too good. Yes, there is a catch. I'm going to tell you what the catch is. You have to answer all calls. If you don't have someone answering your calls and you're trying to let voicemail pick it up and your cell phone voicemail pick it up, this isn't going to work for you. I'm sorry to say, it's just not. Love to have you on board, but I don't want to have problems with Paul down the road either. When someone says, hey, this isn't working for me, it's because you guys aren't answering the phone call. And the research from Inside Sales actually proves this. They did a big research study, and I got a report on that as well. 78% of the sales go to the people who first talk to the customer. So if you answer the calls, you're going to do well. And you must be able to set the appointment and sell as well. That's the other issue. Sometimes I've talked with other consultants in our industry, and we can generate the leads, but a lot of times you get 10 phone calls and they're all good leads, but you're only setting 4 or 5 appointments. There's a problem. You need to be setting better than that. So my question to you, if you get 10 good leads, how many appointments will you set out of that, and how many sales will you get? That's the numbers you got to be thinking of, which is, let's get down to the nitty-gritty. How does it work? What are the fees involved? There is a setup fee. They usually charge $3.99. I asked Paul to lower it for everybody I talk with to $1.99 because the reason he has to charge this, it does take man hours to produce a new website. He is building you out a brand new website with your logo, your services, branding you, not him. And that's going to take some time to get that together, as well as putting your campaigns on Google, Yahoo, and Bing. I can tell you right from the start, I charge $500 to set up plus $1,000 on a website to so when I bring on an AdWords client, I'm charging right off the bat $1,500 because of what I got to do to take that. So $199, he's got this down to a science, obviously, guys. That's why he's able to only charge $199, but everything else is performance based. He pays for every dime of advertising. You don't. You pay for the leads it generates and the good leads. They review all the calls. You're not charged for junk. The cost is $125 for a roof replacement lead, $95 for a roof repair, $30 for gutter. Once again, you don't have to take the roof repair or the gutter leads. And once again, it is a true when the homeowner or a decision maker is on the phone and interested in your service and in your calling area. So what can you expect once you sign up? He can get you up and running in 3 to 5 business days. Usually you get leads in less than 2 weeks. He likes to say 1 to 3 weeks because sometimes things happen out of his control, but usually in less than 2 weeks you're live on the search engines, especially now it being March, the traffic is going to be jumping up. So usually within 2 weeks you're going to get your first couple leads. There is a $33 monthly administration fee. That is to cover his website hosting, the call recording, and other miscellaneous expenses it takes to run this. The weekly billing is on Tuesdays for the previous week. And here's something I really didn't stress through all this, I think just a little bit. You're not putting up a deposit. You're not prepaying for leads. You're only paying for leads after you get them and on the telephone and they've been deemed a good lead. So let's say your second week you get 3 phone calls. One of them is a junk phone call. They're just seeking employment, but the other 2 are good roofing. They want to speak with you and come see you, and they are good leads. You will then be billed the following Tuesday for that. That's how it works. So no prepayment, no deposits other than the one-time setup fee. So like I said, guys, Paul has taken all the risks in this, and he's only making money when he can produce. So, and the last point is you can pause incoming leads up to 5 days per month. So, how do you become a partner? It's a month-to-month agreement. You can go here. I'll leave this screen up for a little while, and I also put You can also reply back to me as well if you have any questions in the email, or call me if you need more info, or even if you want to get Paul on the phone, I can get Paul on the phone with you if you want to discuss a little bit more. That's not an issue. He'd love to talk with you. He will once you become a partner. So, but if you got questions in the meantime, he's got no problem getting on the phone with you. They do want a business logo. If you have a digital file, just email that to P. Robinson at Leadsbyfone. If you need a logo, they can actually get one done for you. So that's pretty much it. 3 to 5 days to get this set up. They will ask you to attend a 20-minute webinar to show you how to listen to calls, review invoices, request support, and pause your account. Anyway, look forward to working with you guys on here. And once again, if you have any questions, feel free to reply back to me. Thank you.